Hey Jennifer, this is Mike. You know what? I just got your ring back, and I was going over it, and I was reading your notes, and thank you for writing such a really nice letter. It was very diplomatic in what you said, and I really appreciate that. You're absolutely right. It's all about the customer, and I really push for the best customer service possible. I just wanted to go ahead and point something out to you, because this is going to affect what you're going to get in the next ring. And I know you were thinking that, and you're still in the belief that I didn't have the right size. And unless maybe in a conversation we talked about something different, but what I had here was that we were going to make a size 10, right? And I want to show you something, and I know what you're looking at, because I always put I always try to put like some information explaining that a reeded side is always going to be the size that you're requesting. The opposing side, which is the cut side, is always thinner, which means it's wider. And I'll explain that in a real fast second. Here we go. Here's your ring as we got it. And this is the top side. This is the reed. This is the bottom side. That was the side that was cut out, and it was folded out like this. So what happens is this stretches out and gets really thin on this side, whereas this starts as we do a reduction on this, or I do a reduction on this gets thicker on that side. So here's what happens. Watch. You ordered a 10, right? I'm going to take this and drop it right down, and I want you to take a look. I'm pulling it down. It's dead on. It doesn't get any better than that. That's a dead on 10. It's straight 10. Now, I know what you're looking at. If I take this coin and I go like this and turn it upside down, and I don't have the reeded side towards my knuckle, look what happens. It goes to 9 3/4. So that's what you've got to be looking at more than likely. Or I said 9 3/4. Excuse me, 10 1/4. It goes to a larger size. So yes, you can't measure it in that direction. If you want a straight coin, a coin ring, where it's straight across like this, you have to have one side is going to be smaller than the opposite side. If I make the inside straight, then the outside is going to have a cone shape to it, and you don't want that cone shape on the outside, right? So the reason for this is this: whenever you wear a ring, this is small for me, so I'm going to put it on my pinky. If I put this on my pinky, you'll notice that I always wear the reeded side closest to your knuckles, and that means that this side's going to have extra space, allowing you to bend your fingers freely. If I go the opposite way with it, it's actually going to lock up, and it makes it harder on the joint to be able to do that. So if I have to do things like typing or whatever, it's going to be a lot harder to work with. Always remember, you got your reeded side that is going to be the closest to the knuckles possible. And the bottom line is, whatever size you tell me to make, I'll make whatever you want. That's not a problem. I'm not charging you for that. I got that. I got you taken care of. And just by the way, that's done for life. That's not something that I'm doing special for you this one time. I mean, if you call me 3 years from now and you want, and let's say, I don't know if this is for you or your boyfriend. I didn't read the whole letter. I totally forgot. But whoever this is for, your finger gets smaller, your finger gets larger. I always take care of my customers, and I would never charge you. You can always return it to me. Just pick up the postage, and even if this is 3 years old, I'll do that for you for free. Customer service is everything. Okay, so with that being said, what I need to know is the reeded side, the size that matters. What size are we going to do? Because reading your letter on here, I know that you put that you want a smaller size, 9 or 8.5. I don't know which one to do. So you got to be the one to tell me which one you want that to be. And just know that if you say, for instance, I want a 9, then the opposite side is going to be probably about an 8.5. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, it's going to be bigger by about 1/4 of a size to 1/2 a size. So if you say 9, then the opposite side is going to be about 9 1/4 to 9 1/2. If you tell me that to go with 8 1/2 on here, then the opposite side is going to be about 8 3/4 to 9. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So there's nothing that we can do about that. It's just the way they're made, because the coins, when they're punched out on right in the center, and then they're folded outward. So what happens is it stretches, and you have a real thin side on one side, and then the reeded side, because that gets reduced, it's a reduction, it actually gets thick on that side. So there's nothing you can do about the fact that you got a thin side, thick side, and in order to keep that wall nice and straight, we got to be able to, and you can see I even kind of keep I mean, there's a little taper to it because we want to have a nice fit, but it looks really, really straight, especially when it's on your finger, and no one can tell the difference. But unless you want to go total cone shape, we need to only be focusing on the reeded side. So you need to tell me, do you want 8 1/2 or 9 on that? Okay, so I'm happy to do whatever it is that you want. Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and send you an email back to watch this video. And the only reason I did this video is you can imagine how long, I mean, I didn't want to sit there and write, 15 paragraphs trying to explain the intricacies of making a ring. You probably don't care about that. But I want to take care of you on the same token, and I don't want to screw this up where I send it back to you. Let's say you want a size 9. I don't want to be the one to guess whether you're an 8 1/2 or 9. And if I send it out, where we have to send it back again. So you can see what I'm talking about, that I did send it as a size 10 in the way that we do make them. I always say we. I used to own another company, and I'm so used to I had 33 employees. I lost that company in the recession. So it's set in my head. I'm sorry. I'm a lone driver here. That's just the way they're made. But not only by myself, but all coin ring makers. They'll all tell you the same exact thing. So anyways, that's about it. Let me know if it's an 8 1/2 or 9 that you want, and I'll get it taken care of. Hopefully that explains exactly what it is that you need to do. And remember that the reeded side is going to be the one the closest to your knuckles. So if you go back to the jeweler's mart and you have your finger resized again, tell the jeweler that, one, it's a wide band, and let me show you something. I use these. These are wide band ring sizers. They're not the little teeny thin rings that go around. You don't want to use those. Ask them to tell them specifically you're doing a thick band, and you want a thick band to measure what your finger is, and measure closest to the knuckle. That's going to be for the comfort fit. And then on the opposing side, that's going to be wider by, like I said, that quarter size to a 1/2 a size, and that is just going to be something that is so you could be able to use your fingers and be able to type and do daily activities without knowing that ring is really there and it's bugging you, because it does get irritating wearing an extra wide band like this after a period of time if your fingers are always stiff wearing them. So hopefully that makes sense. And thank you so much for sending that back and being honest, and that was so awesome of you. I didn't know where that was. I thought I sent this out to another customer, and I was looking for it and had to send it. Anyways, thank you. I was kind of lost as to what happened to that package. So anyways, I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to send you this video right now. It's only going to be on YouTube until you read it, and then we're going to go ahead and kill it, because this is really just a personal message for you. Okay? Thanks a lot, you guys, and I'll be waiting for your message back on Etsy. Take care.